Welcome back, family, to Family Matters. We are starting a new series every Monday. We have moved our Bible studies to Fridays, and we've moved our segment for family and money matters and money talk on Mondays. And so, one of the questions that I received from a student, it had various questions regarding the tariff, the tariff struggle, the tug of war between the US and China and other countries regarding the tariffs. They wanted to know about um, what is the stock market. So, during this particular segment today, we're going to cover all of those. We're going to answer some questions for your students so that they can better understand what's happening and so that we can stay abreast of what's happening. We're here for your spiritual development, but we also want you to be ready and able to intelligently understand and answer questions about what's going on in the financial market as well. So I'm going to start with the story that has 3 chapters, and then we're going to go from there, and that'll end our this series today. But today we're going to be talking about Tommy the toy maker and the big trade trouble. Once upon a time, in a town called Freeville, there lived a smart and kind man named Tommy the toy maker. Tommy made the coolest toy robots in all of Freeville. Kids loved his toys, and he was proud to give jobs to people in his town. One day, a ship arrived from a faraway land called Emportia, bringing toy robots that looked just like Tommy's, but they were cheaper. Only $3 instead of $6. The people in Freeville started buying the cheaper toys. Poor Tommy lost a lot of customers, and his workers started losing their jobs. Tommy was sad and confused. How can I keep making toys if no one buys them? Then came President Strong. President Strong heard about Tommy's problem. He puffed out his chest and said, "That's not fair. Tommy works hard, and Emportia is way selling toys way too cheap. We need a tariff." "What's a tariff?" asked the little girl named Lily. The President Strong, "A tariff is like a fee or a tax. We'll charge Emportia $3 to bring each toy here. So their $3 toy now costs $6, just like Tommy's." Well, what happened next? Now, when people saw the two toys in the store, Tommy's and Emportia's, and they cost the same price, some people chose to buy local and support Tommy again. He got his workers back and felt proud. But some people were a little grumpy. "Why are toys so expensive now?" they asked. They had to they had to pay more than before. Now what do we learn? Tommy is like American workers and businesses. Emportia is like foreign countries sending their cheap goods. Tariffs are like a shield President Strong used to help people like Tommy. But tariffs can also make prices go up for regular people. So President Strong had to balance everything to help Tommy without hurting families who buy the toys. And that, my friends, is why some presidents use tariffs to protect jobs, even if it means paying a little more at the store now. So now The next question the child asked was, what is the stock market? Think of the stock market like a big scoreboard that shows how well businesses are doing. If you think companies will make money, the scores, which are called stocks, go up. If people are worried, the scores go down. So, what happened with tariffs? Let's go back to our story with Tommy the toy maker and President Strong. When President Strong puts tariffs, extra charges on goods from Importia, other countries sometimes fight back by putting tariffs on American things too. So now, American farmers can't sell as many apples overseas. American car companies have to pay more for parts. Stores might even raise prices because things cost more for them to get them to the market. This makes investors worried. They're not sure if businesses will make enough money, so they start selling their stocks. And that's when the stock market goes down. Why is that a problem? When the stock market drops, when the stock market drops, people with retirement savings or investments lose money. Businesses may stop hiring or even lay off workers. Everyone gets a little bit more nervous about the future. So, even though President Strong is trying to protect American jobs, it can accidentally hurt other parts of the economy if that's not done carefully. How can a president be sure that these tariffs will work? He can't be 100% sure. But here's what smart leaders try to do. Number one, they watch the effects closely. Are jobs growing or shrinking? Number two, they talk to business leaders and farmers. Are they hurting or happy? Three, they make deals with other countries to fix unfair trade without long fights. And four, they will even lower tariffs again if they're doing more harm than good. It's like giving medicine. A little might help, but too much can make the patient sicker. So, in short, tariffs are meant to protect American jobs and businesses, but they can cause a chain reaction. High prices, upset countries, nervous investors. That's why the stock market sometimes panics during trade wars. A president has to be wise, watchful, and ready to adjust his plan so people aren't hurt. So now let's go to chapter 2. Chapter 2, the tariff tug of war. Tommy the toy maker was feeling great again. His toy shop was busy, workers were smiling, and President Strong had his back with those new tariffs. But far across the sea in Importia, the Toy King was not happy. He stomped his royal boots and fists and said, if Freeville charges extra to sell toys, then we will charge them extra for their apples, cheese, and cars. And just like that, Importia placed tariffs of their own on American goods. Now Freeville's farmers and car makers are in trouble. The storm in the market. Back in Freeville, the market mountain where people traded stocks and checked how businesses were doing started to rumble. People saw farmers struggling, car factories were slowing down, stores raised prices. Uh-oh. People began to ask, will I lose my job? Why is everything more expensive? Is this trade fight getting too big? Stock traders got nervous. They started selling their stocks fast. The numbers on Market Mountain started to fall down, down, down. President Strong gets feedback. President Strong looked at the reports. He saw that while Tommy was winning, others were starting to lose. He held a meeting with the business owners, the farmers, the toy makers, shoppers, and even talked to the other countries about the tariffs. Mr. President, said a farmer, we need help too. We can't sell our apples in Emportia anymore. And prices in the stores are going up. Little Lily from before told the president, my mommy said peanut butter costs more now. Adjusting the plan. President Strong realized something important. Tariffs are hammers. They can build or they can break. I have to use them wisely. So he helped farmers with special money packages. He made new deals with other countries to sell goods without high tariffs. He promised to lower tariffs once Emportia played fair. The market mountain began to calm down. The stock numbers started to go back up slowly, and the people of Freeville felt a little more hopeful again. The moral of the story: tariffs can help, but too many or the wrong kind can cause trade fights. When countries fight with tariffs, everyone can get hurt: workers, shoppers, and businesses. A strong leader listens, learns, and balances, helping one group without hurting another. And the final chapter 3: patience pays off. After the big tariff tug of war, the people of Freeville were on edge, biting their nails. Every day, the news showed numbers falling on Market Mountain. Some people got scared and shouted, sell everything, the market's crashing. Others, like Grandma Rosie, sipped her tea and said, the market goes up and down like the seasons and a seesaw. Don't panic, my little ones. Just wait. It'll grow again. Tommy the toy maker was worried too. He wanted to help his workers and his town. So he talked to Mr. Ben, the local banker. Mr. Ben, said Tommy, should I sell my shares and pull out? Mr. Ben smiled and said, Tommy, the market isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. People who panic often miss the rebound. If your investments are strong, sometimes the best move is no move at all. Then came the bounce back. Then came the big bounce back. Sure enough, after a few tough days, Freeville and Emportia made a new trade deal. It was fairer for both sides. Tariffs were lowered. Trade started flowing again, and Market Mountain began to rise. People who had stayed calm saw their savings grow. Tommy gave his workers a bonus, and even Lily's mom got peanut butter on sale again. And what is the moral of the story? Don't let fear drive your decisions. The market is like the weather. It can change quickly, but the sun always comes back. Be wise, be patient, and trust the process. If you've built on good ground, may God richly bless you. I hope you enjoyed our, our Monday talks on money and understanding current events. And I hope your little ones that had questions about what's going on in the news got their answers. And I hope that it may have helped some of you parents that didn't quite understand. May God richly bless you. And I look forward to us getting together again on another Monday Money Talks. May God richly bless you.